And they said to one another, "We are very guilty concerning our brother." And I read that and I'm just amazed because I see the human drama that's taking place here. These men, for all of these years, at least, 13, 14 years, they've been carrying this burden. And it's a heavy burden. It's a burden where they realized that they had done this deplorable thing to their brothers and they had told their father a lie, and they were having to live this lie before their father. And every time they looked in his face, they felt the guilt and the conviction of it. And I have a pretty good feeling that there's people who are listening to this broadcast right now, and that's exactly where you are. There's something that's happened in your life, and you've covered it up, and you're living it every day, trying your very, very best to bury that thing, trying to suppress it down deep in the bowels of your being, but it just won't go away. And brings a lot of anxiety in life, causes a lot of emotional disturbance. It affects relationships with other people who are around you because there's just no peace. There's just no peace to be found because that burden is there and that thing is there and it just will not go away. And for all of these years now, these brothers have carried that thing. And it's amazing to me that even though they did not know who Joseph was, they just thought he was the governor of Egypt, and he's the one that's responsible for doling out the provisions. That's all they knew. They knew nothing about it. But yet how quickly they equated the circumstances that they were in and the difficulty they were in and being able to get food to take back to feed their family, how quickly they equated that to what they had done all of those years ago. That burden, that anguish, it was very, very much in the forefront of their being. You see, here's the thing, is that there is nothing that's going to bring peace into a troubled soul when there's something that's hanging there that's never been dealt with. Because we know that when things are dealt with, there are consequences, and indeed there will be. And a lot of times, if truth be told, people are hurt. But yet, carrying that burden is such a very, very difficult time. I remember one time when I was serving on our regional board for our organization that our church is a part of. And we had a gentleman who came before the board, volunteered. He was not called. He was not summoned. He requested a meeting with the regional board. And he stood there and confessed to this board of something that had happened in his life in an immoral way. His wife did not know about it. His family did not know about it. God knew about it. And for many, many years, he had carried that conviction. And he had finally gotten to the point, he says, I just can't carry this anymore. I've got to deal with it. And he did. You see, this is where these brothers are. They've got this pain in their heart because there's something that has not been dealt with, that has not been confessed. And the only way they'll ever find peace is to deal with it. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.